Hello and welcome, dear viewers of Zarin International Television. I am Sandra Smith and I'm here to bring you the latest news for this hour.
Gulbuddin Hekmatyar has warned in a note about being forced to flee to the mountains once again. He has said that Moscow and Washington are seeking a deal in which America will hand over Ukraine to Russia, and in return, Russia will give Bagram and American control in Afghanistan to the United States. The leader of Afghanistan's Hezb-e-Islami has called on Afghans to unite against foreign threats so that they do not have to flee to the mountains. Sources in the United Nations office in Kabul have said that in the past 2 days, a number of the organization's female employees have been pursued by individuals affiliated with the Taliban and have been threatened with death. According to these sources, the Taliban have warned the men and families of these employees to prevent their daughters and female relatives from going to work. Otherwise, they will face death. Following the arrest of Abdul Qadir Khanit, a cleric critical of the Taliban, members of this group have also taken his 12-year-old son with them. Sources close to Maulavi Khanit's family have said that Taliban fighters raided his house before noon on Thursday. They said that Khanit's eldest son escaped from the house during the Taliban raid, and the Taliban agents took the younger child of the family instead. Amnesty International says that Afghan women are experiencing the most severe violations of human rights without any means for justice or compensation. This organization says that the Taliban have eliminated all progress and legal reforms and even the protections for women's rights. Amnesty International stated that it has submitted a report on the dire human rights situation of women in Afghanistan to the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women. New statistics from the UK Home Office show that this year, the acceptance rate for Afghan asylum applications in the country has dropped from 98% to 44%. This comes while the security and humanitarian situation in Afghanistan has not changed significantly, and human rights organizations have described the change in the number of migrants to the UK as concerning. Members of the spontaneous protest movement of Afghan women have responded to the statements made by Zalmay Khalilzad's wife. She recently wrote in an article that the situation of women in Afghanistan under Taliban rule is good, and contrary to media claims, Afghan women have not been banned from working and are engaged in agriculture. They have called for her to provide an official response. Several explosions at the Jewish neighborhood near Sanaa airport have left at least 19 dead and more than 40 injured. Most Arab media report that the explosions occurred about 2 hours ago, lasted for 2 hours, and have destroyed dozens of homes in the northeast of Sanaa. According to some sources, the failed launch of missiles towards Russia was the cause of the explosions in Sanaa. The Wall Street Journal has reported that Donald Trump is considering withdrawing some American troops from South Korea. According to this report, about 15% of U.S. military personnel may be relocated to other areas such as Guam. Meanwhile, 2 senior commanders have opposed the implementation of such a policy. On Thursday, the Israeli army carried out new airstrikes on southern Lebanon. According to reports, Israeli fighter jets bombed a residential building in the Nabatea area. Israel says these attacks are carried out to target Hezbollah activities and do not violate the ceasefire commitments between the two countries. After nearly 80 days of complete blockade, humanitarian aid has entered the Gaza Strip. The United Nations announced that about 90 trucks carrying food supplies have reached aid groups inside the Gaza Strip. However, the United Nations has warned that this amount of aid is very little compared to the needs of the 2.1 million residents of Gaza. Hazara Culture Day was celebrated at the Kanishka Private High School in Kuwait City, Pakistan. In this program, the students of this school recited poetry, performed songs and plays, and showcased the customs and traditions of the Hazaras.
Thank you, dear viewers, for your continued support. You can watch Zarin TV on Afghan Procast, Jlwiz, Zarin TV app, and our social media platforms. Until next time, may you be held in the peace and mercy of the divine. Take care, and may blessings always follow your path.